Good morning, everyone. Our subject today is the abuse. And I want to ask you because I feel like we all have felt abused at certain point, haven't you? I want to talk today about the abuse from a different angle, from the systemic angle. The abuse has a fine line that we cannot see, but sometimes we jump from one side to the other. Sometimes we accept abuse and we don't see it, or we abuse others and we don't see it. It's all unconscious. Not that we want to, but it happens. And abuse not only happens in a physical level, it also can happen in an emotional or psychological level. And so the question that I want to ask you here is, why do we accept situations that seem to be abusive? Why do we attract people to abuse us? Because there is a root of that goes deeper. And I want to talk about that. Another thing that happens here is that we tend to judge the abusive person. Yeah? But let's see what's happening here, because this is a dynamic that we are not seeing, that is very unconscious, but somehow we are also being the same thing. We are playing the same game of abuse. So when or how the root of abuse could happen in your life, or why do we still attract a sort of abuse in our lives in any of these levels, or where did it originated? Let's put it this way. Well, we unconsciously don't want it to happen, but unconsciously we attract it. To do it or to be the victims, let's put it this way, the victim of abuse. I'm gonna give here an example. Let's say that a mother is pregnant, and let's say that she is going through an abusive relationship from her partner. And it could be physically or psychologically, emotionally, mentally, however it is. So what happens to this baby that is here, gestating? The baby might not understand the concept of abuse, but even if it's a little cell that is just multiplying to become a baby, these cells already felt something that it was felt as a memory. So the baby doesn't understand it, but already got imprinted on him or on her, and what happens here is that memory is already imprinted at a cellular level energetically. And so what about if this woman keeps accepting this sort of treatment? Well, maybe this baby is going to feel like, oh, maybe that's what love is. And if mom accepts it, it's okay to love that way. And so this memory that stays in a deep level, well, when this baby grows up and is in a relationship, maybe it can become the victim of abuse or the perpetrator. And doesn't do it consciously, but unconsciously. See? And then we are judging something that we don't know where it came from. But And people say, but weren't you thinking? It's enough. It's not enough to think about it. There was a imprinting in a deep level that was there acting. It got activated. It gets activated, and we usually tend to have experiences based on those memories. So what happens here is that this is a memory that is like a programming. It's pulsing all the time. And what I'm going to say now is important, because if mom accepted it, was that maybe because she or her parents had the same situation, or maybe her mother accepted it as well. So it's transgenerational. We all carry this wound, this memory from way in the past, from our ancestors, from the humanity. So it actually pulses within each of us. So when I judge the other person, somehow I judge myself. And sometimes I don't notice that I'm doing it as well. So I'm bringing this information from this systemic angle because it's all about the system. It's like it started back there and then it passed on, and here today you're still living it. And that is why, because it's pulsing within all of us. And until we don't see it and recognize it consciously, we cannot change that. So I have here a proposal for you. I'm going to do this little, it's a sort of a constellation movement. I'm a facilitator on family and systemic constellations. And I thought, why don't I just bring this and share it with people so they can have this acknowledgement and this awareness of what is happening. And so we can change that. Sometimes we tend to accept abuse because mom accepted it. So by loyalty to my mom, I do accept it. Or to my dad, I accept it. Or I do the same. Whether it's one or the other one, you choose, it's the same thing, it's the same energy, same thing. One is just being the mirror of the other one, of what both have. So that's important to see. So we can say this. We're going to see this as the abuse. And we're going to see it and say abuse, I see you now. I see where you come from. I recognize you. And now that I see you, I can integrate you. You pulse within me. And now that I integrate you, I can have the discernment to see you, if it's going to happen or not. I can hook to it or not more consciously. Thank you for showing yourself. See, I liberate myself from you. And as I liberate myself, I liberate my system and my descendants. And I can say I honor mom and dad because I just got to do this acknowledgement. And I can do it differently than how you did it. And just feel that within you, within every cell of your body, here in your heart, in your soul, and that alignment to go up to your mind so you can see it next time is coming. Because now that you see it, now you'll be able to recognize it when it's about to happen, for example, and say, no, I'm not playing that game. Now, if you have situations that are deeper, because sometimes we need help, I want to offer myself as a facilitator of your situation, your process. You can contact me. My name is Maya Dari del Sol. I do facilitate family and systemic constellations, and we can take care of your situation and see what's happening there. And we can go deeper, very deep actually, and liberate many of our memories that could be affecting our life at this moment, and that we don't want to be living that anymore, or we don't want to pass that on our descendants anymore. So here is a server. If you need to, you can contact me here you can comment here, or you can find me as Maya Dari del Sol on my social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube, or you can also send me an email at limitless@mayadaridelsol.com. My phone number 1-321-900-5680. I do facilitations online, online and on site if you are in the area of Orlando. So thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. If you think this is important, thank you for liking it and subscribing to my channel. That will help me grow, and my intention is to share content and some practices that can help us transcend those memories. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time around. Bye.